It's estimated that anywhere from hundreds of millions to potentially billions of marine animals die each year from water pollution in all of its forms. That's millions of sea turtles, dolphins, whales, and the like that did nothing aside from living in an environment that we couldn't be bothered to take care of. As a resident of Charleston, South Carolina for most of my life, I grew up in a coastal town where things like rivers, marshes, and the ocean were common sights for all of my childhood. Therefore, I find it particularly important to work to preserve the environments that water pollution causes so much damage to. Organizations like the Beach and River Sweep in South Carolina exist in many different places and need as many able-bodied people as they can get to increase their capacity to preserve and restore our coastal environments. You can join the cause of bettering the environment with these different groups by both participating in them or raising awareness of the groups to other people. The unfortunate truth of groups like these is that their cause, while noble, isn't profitable in a way that they can hire people to consistently work towards the cause in most cases. Because of this, these groups mostly rely on volunteers to set their own time aside and join this cause. In the case of the Beach and River Sweep, they only ask that you take a couple hours out of your day once a year to try and clean the trash out of these bodies of water alongside your peers. This gives you an opportunity to contribute to a massive effort that cleans thousands of pounds of trash in only a few hours each year. In 2025 alone, only 14,000 people or so cleaned over 33,000 pounds of trash off of about over 800 miles worth of coastline or shoreline in South Carolina. Imagine what you could do with 3,000 people, 5,000 or even more. Not only does participation help, but spreading the word to others helps greatly as well. Thinking about the way to get more volunteers is to spread awareness of the cause. The lack of funding a lot of these groups have is because it forces them to rely solely on volunteers, and it also limits their ability to spread the word of these groups. Commercials are expensive, and any kind of physical advertisement, even something like flyers, can rack up costs pretty quick depending on how many you make, and they're limited in how far they can spread things depending on how you distribute them. This is why word of mouth is one of the most achievable ways to spread knowledge of these groups. You tell a couple of people, they tell more people, those people tell more people, and so on and so forth. And before you know it, more people than you ever would have thought would know about this group just because you started talking to people about it. Water pollution comes in many forms. Take oil spills, for example, that most people do not have the resources to repair themselves due to the process being overly reliant on technology or just not something the average person can go out and reasonably do. That's why it's important for us to do what we can, like picking up trash, to contribute to this effort and bring awareness to the cause. The more people that get into this movement, the more likely it is that we may convince a larger power or somebody with more resources to join us and do the things that we can't do. Volunteering in any amount is worth doing, and telling others about groups like the Beach and River Sweep is just as important as participating yourself. Both are necessary to get groups like this running and contributing to our environment in the ways that they are able to. The sea creatures affected most by water pollution are the ones that didn't cause it and can't do anything about it. We're the ones that caused this problem, and it is up to us to fix it. Groups like the Beach and River Sweep need as many people as they can, and even one more person can make a difference in fighting water pollution.